Thank you, Adrian. Both sets of players take the knee before kick-off. In this sulphurous atmosphere at Ibrox, it is Leipzig who get the game underway in the white shirts with red shorts and white socks, defending the goal away to our left. Rangers in their light blue shirts, white shorts and black socks. And of course Leipzig are a goal up from the first leg as Aribo, playing in the central area for Rangers, looks to bring it forward, but he's been fouled, and Artur Diaz, the referee, very quickly has given a free kick to Rangers in a decent position, Charlie.
Yeah, good start from Rangers. The Orban going long, and then Rangers winning the second ball. Lundstrom turning it into a fight, and Aribo getting a foul. Tavernier's normally got good quality from this area.
Tavernier with 6 goals in the group stage so far. He is the joint leading scorer in the Europa League. 4 of those 6 were penalties. His free kick, though, is fighted in. It's taken a flick off the head on this near side, and then it's a hurried clearance. Lundstrom was challenging for it, and it's sliced out of play in front of the Rangers ultras, bouncing around and waving their flags away to our left. It's all the way back towards Bassi, and then Goldson will try and switch it wide towards the far side. Lundstrom again with a ball down the line, and he was looking for the run of right, but Rangers quickly win it back. The early cross into the penalty area. Kamara was challenging, but it's headed away on the far side by Klosterman. But Rangers with a strong first 90 seconds here. 0-0 at Ibrox on TalkSport 2 as the ball is bobbled down the line on the far side, and Wright wrestles with his opponent, and the Leipzig player goes careering over the sideline, and it will be a goal kick to Leipzig away to our left. A reminder of the two teams again. Rangers, McGregor in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Bassi and Barisic the back four, Jack and Lundstrom in midfield, Wright and Kent in the wide areas, with Kamara playing behind Aribo as Leipzig try and play the ball out, and eventually it's played all along the ground up towards the halfway line. But Rangers quickly win it back. The Leipzig team, Galacci in goal, a back three of Klosterman, Gvardiol and Orban, Lima and Campbell the holding in midfield, Heinrichs and Angelino in the wide areas, and Nkunku is supported by Poulsen in attack. And Peter Galacci, the former Liverpool goalkeeper, the Hungarian international, bowls the ball out, but he's very quickly given the ball away, almost transferred wide towards this near side, and Ryan Kent by Kamara, but Leipzig will clear again, and with 2.5 minutes played here at Ibrox, there's the first opportunity for Leipzig to break into the penalty area, and it's carried a long way back towards Nkunku until it's eventually hacked clear by Lundstrom with the goal boots on the far side. But Leipzig quickly win it back. It's back towards Klosterman on this near side, and Leipzig now will try and calm things down, which is easier said than done, as Orban thought about going back towards Galacci, and now it's clipped forward over the top for Nkunku, who manages to control ahead of Lundstrom. Wide to Poulsen, who can be such a languid player on the left-hand side. And now the cross from Angelino, who scored the goal in the first leg, and it's blocked on the far side by Tavernier, and it will be a throw into Leipzig, Charlie.
Yeah, it's interesting. Rangers have started going with a back three, 4 in midfield and 3 up top, with Lundstrom dropping in that right-hand side, so
matched them up.
Yeah, a little bit of a match-up there for with Rangers in against Leipzig. So no, the game started well, but listen, Leipzig looked dangerous on the counter-attack there when it gets into Poulsen. You've got pace and power to run in behind, and then Kunku's obviously got good quality.
And now a shot is fired wide on the edge of the penalty area, but a free kick had already been given to Rangers, and we have a very experienced referee here tonight, Artur Diaz, and the rain has just about given way, but it's slate grey skies overhead here in Glasgow, but so much colour and so much noise inside Ibrox as a long ball is played down the line far side, the right for Rangers, but it's overhit and it's all the way through towards Peter Galacci once again. A reminder, over on TalkSport, they are also underway in Frankfurt. Eintracht Frankfurt against West Ham. Commentary on that game along with updates of Roma against Leicester from the Conference League as Leipzig look to try and break forward again here. And it's a powerful run into the penalty area on the right-hand side. A low ball in towards Nkunku, and now the cross is delivered high towards the far post. It's cleared away eventually before it is scrambled behind, and it will be a goal kick. And again, with Heinrichs getting forward on this near side and Angelino on the left, Charlie, there is a threat in the wide areas.
Yeah, absolutely. Rangers locking in the play and not allowing Leipzig don't want to kick the ball. Galasky in goals, he plays a wonderful pass into Poulsen's feet, and Henrichs comes off the right hand side and plays, a 1-2 off Paulson, and all of a sudden they're in Rangers goal. It's great play from Leipzig.
Now Kent chasing a long diagonal ball forward on this near side, the left for Rangers. He looks to wriggle away from the challenge of Klosterman, but the final touch was off Kent, and it goes behind for a goal kick to Leipzig. And Rangers' home record against German clubs is not too bad. 13 wins, 7 draws and 4 losses over the years. Of course, they drew here with Dortmund in the playoff round before winning 4-2 at the Westfalenstadion, and Stuttgart are the last German club to win here back in 2009. As Paulson is flagged offside just inside the Rangers half on the far side, and it will be a free kick to Giovanni van Bronckhorst's team. Nearly 6 minutes played here. Europa League live on TalkSport 2, live from Ibrox, and it's Rangers 0, Leipzig 0, so it's still 1-0 to the German side following the first leg last week. As a long ball is played forward again for Kamara, looking to go beyond the challenge of Campbell, and Kamara claims he was pulled down on this near side just in front of us, but nothing given. Now Jack heads it wide towards Kent. Barisic all the way back towards Bassi, who was just clipped late there as he played it forward, looking for a rebound, and it's all the way back from Orban to his fellow Hungarian international Galacsi. But a long ball forward from Leipzig is once again straight back into Rangers' hands.
Yeah, it's all a bit cat and mouse at the moment to see if Leipzig, do they want to try and, are they going to go long, or are they going to try and play out? At the moment they want to play out. They've got the confidence to play out, and some huge spaces in midfield if Rangers.
Now Wright with a chase down the right, good low ball into the penalty area, and it's hacked away at the far post. Return back through from Ryan Jack, and it was a shot on target, but it was a comfortable save from Peter Galacsi.
Yeah, that's what happened when you've not got a proper number 9 in there. Morelos or a Roof would have scored that. Great play from Wright, cuts it across into the space, and there's no number 9. They're just desperate to get in the goal, and it breaks to Ryan Jack, and a great effort with his left foot, but easy save for the goalkeeper.
It was Gradiol with the clearance straight to Ryan Jack. Of course, Alfredo Morelos scored 6 times in Europe earlier this season, but out for the rest of the season and for the longer spell as well. And Kemar Roof unavailable for this game due to a knee injury which kept him out of the previous 3 games. And they do miss that cutting edge, Rangers. They basically got to the final without a cutting edge back in 2008, but the game has moved on, and Rangers' approach in Europe this season has also moved on as Barisic bowls over Olmo, the Spanish international, on this near side, just in front of Domenico Castelo, the coach of Leipzig, and they go back towards Galacsi again. And Tedesco has done a really good job since replacing Jesse Marsch just before the turn of the year. Leipzig were in the bottom half of the Bundesliga table, also heading out of the Champions League, but they were in the top 4 recently, but they've slipped off the pace in recent weeks, and the Europa League may be their best route back towards the Champions League next season as Rangers take a chance, and they've given the ball away deep inside their own half. Here is Nkunku now on the edge of the penalty area. Right foot shot from him is deflected. It spirals high into the air off Ryan Jack, and it goes behind for the game's first corner.
Yeah, it's great pressure from Leipzig. Alan McGregor plays into Ryan Jack. You're not going to get that time in Europe. He tries to turn, gets caught on it, and it ends up coming back to Hendricks into Nkunku, and it's a shot over the bar. And well, first set play, it'll be interesting to see, because Rangers have been poor at set plays this season.
Corner kick for Leipzig on the far side. Don't forget, on the TalkSport app this evening as well, it's the start of the League One playoffs. Currently goalless between Wycombe and MK Dons, and goalless in all of the European ties currently underway. Of course, 3 of them involving UK clubs. Corner for Leipzig, curled into the penalty area. The header from Orban, and he was holding off the challenge, but it was a free header in the end, and it was wide.
Yeah, they clung together, Orban, Paulson and Nkunku. Orban goes round the back and he gets a free header, and Rebo doesn't get close enough to him.
And Roma have taken the lead against Leicester. Tammy Abraham has scored the opening goal in the Stadio Olimpico, so
what a move it's been for him.
Very good signing for Jose Mourinho. And at the moment Roma lead 2-1 on aggregate. They could be denying Leicester a trip to Tirana as the challenges come flying in on the far side with 10 minutes played here at Ibrox as the rain sweeps down once again. It's 0-0 on a chilly evening here, and it's guided all the way back towards Alan McGregor at the age of 40, playing his 107th European tie this evening. Now Connor Goldson wide towards the far side again, and Rangers experiencing a very high press here from Leipzig, so as a result it's back to McGregor again. A high ball forward. Kamara will try and head the ball on, but he's out-muscled by Campbell with the peroxide mop of hair, and now a long ball played over the top, and Kamara will chase again, but this time Orban is able to clear, and Rangers finally get some possession inside the Leipzig half, and Aribo has been caught by Campbell. It will be a free kick.
Yeah, he got a little bit scrappy there, but good pass from Aribo, from Tavernier into Aribo, gets his body in there, and Campbell has to make a foul, and Rangers are in possession again.
Rangers in their 6th European semi-final, and they have won the previous 4. Eintracht Frankfurt were the last team to beat them. They won 6-3 here back in 1960, which denied Rangers a place in the Hamden European Cup final, that classic against Real Madrid. As Rangers try and work it down the right-hand side, but it's quickly given away, but then won back on this near side by Bassi. A buccaneering run forward, and eventually he's challenged, and it will be a throw-in to Rangers, taken by Barisic. And both Barisic and Tavernier looking to get forward as much as they can at the moment. Lundstrom clips it high again down the right-hand side, but it will come straight back. But then Lundstrom snaps in with a challenge on Nkunku, but Aribo is unable to maintain control. And understandably, in this atmosphere, it's all very frenetic, as in turn it's given away by Lima straight to Tavernier, and now McGregor clears long downfield. Now Campbell for Leipzig on halfway, and it's important that Rangers do keep their shape here and keep their composure early on, because they can't win it in the first 20 minutes, but they could lose it.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, listen, I think Leipzig are giving it away more than Rangers at the moment. Angelino trying to flick it there and just giving Rangers back to it. It's important the Rangers build the game. But Desco's going mad there when Leipzig just keep turning the ball over. So the more that happens, the more that Rangers will grow into the game. And at the moment, the Rangers should be happy in how they started it.
12 minutes played. Rangers 0, Leipzig 0. So Leipzig still leading by a goal to 0 from the first leg. Still 0-0 as well in Frankfurt, where they lead West Ham heading to their home leg, live over on TalkSport, as Aribo chases a long ball towards the corner flag on the far side. He's unable to keep the ball in play, but he prevents the goal kick, and it will be a throw into Leipzig in front of that small wedge of red and white decked out around that corner flag on the far side. Leipzig were given 2,500 tickets for this game, but sold only half of their allocation, and there are large areas of empty seating either side of those fans on the far side. Needless to say, every other seat among the home stands was taken and was filled sometime before kick-off, as Heinrichs goes back towards Galacci, who clears long downfield again. Bassi challenging in the air with Olmo. Olmo wins the header, but Rangers quickly win it back, and Bassi goes all the way back towards McGregor again. 13 minutes played here on TalkSport 2.
It's been frenetic. It's it's just starting to calm down there, but it's good to see Peter. I was actually he was at Liverpool when I was there 10 years ago, and he was just a young pup, but now he's well established Hungarian goalkeeper, been in Leipzig for a long time as well, so it's good to see him doing well.
Peter Galacci had a long development in the lower leagues, and he joined Leipzig when they were in the German 3rd division, so he's been very much part of their journey all the way to the top of the Bundesliga. As Leipzig try to come forward now, a clever turn inside the centre circle, and the ball played wide towards Poulsen, who was in space. Low shot though is smothered by a superb challenge from Ryan Kent, as Poulsen looked to let fly inside the penalty area, but there was far too much room there for Conrad Lima, and now Campbell wins it back again, wide towards Angelino down the left-hand side, space to deliver the cross, high towards Poulsen, who was shaping for the header, cleared away again, but now a free kick has been given. Poulsen rather leapt into the challenge of Bassi inside the penalty area, and it will be a free kick to Rangers. But again, Leipzig looking dangerous on the break.
Oh, it's great play from Leipzig. Paulson's got to do better. You know, Ryan Jacks gets back there and clears the line, but it's a wonderful header here from Calvin Bassey under pressure and gets the foul. And now Rangers just have to take the time and take a little bit of sting at the game now.
Don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, our coverage of the EFL playoffs. TalkSport and TalkSport 2, the home of the playoffs, live on TalkSport. Sunderland against Sheffield Wednesday. Adrian will be heading south to the Stadium of Light from here with Jim Proudfoot and Mickey Gray. And then from 11 o'clock on Saturday, we cover the closing day of the Championship regular season. Of course, we have commentary teams on both TalkSport and TalkSport 2. Sheffield United against Fulham and Luton against Reading are the featured games in the race for the playoffs. Adrian will then have Game Day Live with all the goals as they go in from elsewhere. Chelsea against Wolves will be here on TalkSport 2 at 3. Brighton against Manchester United will be on TalkSport with Sam Matterface and Scott Minto. And then noon on Sunday on TalkSport, it is also the final day of the Women's Super League season. Chelsea against Manchester United is the game that matters, and we will have commentary on that as well. 16 minutes played here at Ibrox. It is goalless. And let's not forget that Leipzig have been very good away from home this season in the Europa League, and they've won at both Atalanta in the previous round, and they were given a bye on their way through towards that stage. And they are a team who we can see already on the breakaway. That's often how they like to play, and we heard the atmosphere before kickoff and we wonder whether they may be intimidated by that. But Leipzig in Germany are a team well used to not being liked, so they won't be too phased by this sort of atmosphere.
Some great stadiums in Germany, atmospheres there, but you know, I think Rangers are allowing Leipzig are getting it far too easy from goal kicks. You know, it cost them in taking the ball, and you know, Kent's showing him on the opposite side, plays it into Henriks, and Barisi's got to be higher, you know, not on allowing Henriks time and space on the ball to just roll it into Poulsen from a deep position, because that's where the counter-attack comes from. There's so much space between midfield and the defence. You know, it's important that Bassey and Golson get up tight up against them, and Barisic has got to be higher as well to stop that pass into the striker.
And that goal from Tammy Abraham is the only goal so far, but West Ham have now taken the lead in Frankfurt. Aaron Cresswell, sorry, my mistake, it's a red card for Aaron Cresswell, so West Ham are down to 10 men in that game. Kent coming forward now into the penalty area for Rangers down the left, drives it low across the face of goal, and Rangers have taken the lead, and yet again it is James Tavernier, the Europa League's leading goal scorer, strikes at the far post, and the roof has come off Ibrox. Leipzig picked apart, and this tie is level on aggregate. Tavernier does it yet again. It is Rangers 1, Leipzig 0, and the scoreline 1-1 on aggregate.
Yeah, it's Rangers. Leipzig trying to play it for the back. Kent, Barisic to Kent, Robson goes 1v1 against him. Sort of half has a shot, but ends up at the back post. And there he is again, the captain, Tavernier, got making it 1-1. 1-0, sorry, and 1-1 on the tie.
And we wondered where the goal threat would come, and of course, as always, it's James Tavernier.
That's your captain, that's what he's responsible for. He's popped up big moments, Dortmund earlier in the season. Bragg, he's done it, and he's done it again tonight. You know, it's not important that Rangers just keep calm, don't go chasing now, and the game will open up.
19 minutes played, and just listen to the noise inside Ibrox now. 1-1 on aggregate, and for the first time Leipzig looked vulnerable, and Tavernier was there to capitalise. Now Poulsen with a free kick wide to this near side, and Kunku is beaten to it by Lundstrom, and it will be a throw-in. Domenico Tedesco looking to lift his team. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst is a lot more animated in the technical area to the right. Of course, he is somebody who's won the biggest honours in the game, and Ibrox is absolutely bouncing here.
Oh, it's incredible. This is it. This is what it's all about. Well, to get that goal, we talked about not conceding an early goal, but if they can score an early goal, how important it would be.
Kent again looking to do damage down the left-hand side. It's cleared away, headed over the top by Jack. And Rangers win it back with Kent, try to clip it in field, looking for a Rebo, but now Olmo can bring it forward for Leipzig. Good challenge coming in from behind, though, from Jack, but it breaks kindly for Konrad Laimer, high into the penalty area, headed away, though, by Goldson towards the far side. Tavernier, the goal scorer, will try and hold off Laimer, and it's a throw into Leipzig by the corner flag down their left. 20 minutes played here at Ibrox on TalkSport 2. Rangers a goal up on the night, 1-1 on aggregate. Now Poulsen with an overhead kick, but once again he's been penalised for pushing, backing in inside the penalty area, and Rangers will have the opportunity here to clear their lines. So Leicester a goal down, West Ham a man down, Aaron Cresswell sent off, and also 2-1 down on aggregate. But Rangers here at the moment are flying the flag for the UK. Still goalless as well in the other Conference League semi-final second leg between Marseille and Feyenoord. Feyenoord are 3-2 up from the first leg as Nkunku runs the ball out of play on the far side, and it will be a throw-in for Rangers. And of course, despite that victory last week, Leipzig have lost back-to-back Bundesliga games, including that 3-1 loss at Borussia Mönchengladbach, which was played on Monday. So maybe, just maybe, this is a good time for Rangers to catch them. But here is Heinrich with a ball forward, cut out quickly by Bassi. Now Barisic on this near side, forward towards Kamara. Kamara just stumbling as he's challenged by Campbell, and it will be a throw into Leipzig on this near side. And the Leipzig supporters trying to wave their flags and get some noise behind their team, but they are being completely drowned out here. Heinrichs again will take the throw in for Leipzig. In towards Poulsen, nodded down, but straight out of play. They're all over the place.
Yeah, it's the Henriks there passed in to throw into Poulsen, and Bassi's, right close to him, so he makes him put some under pressure, and he ends up heading out the pitch, and Rangers regain the possession.
Now Barisic again, the Croatian international, on this near side, back towards Calvin Bassi. Goldson with a poor ball forward, straight to Laimer. He finds Nkunku midway inside the Rangers half, and now Olmo slips it through towards Poulsen. Brilliant challenge again on Poulsen, this time from Coulson inside the penalty area. Orban will leap above a Rebo, but Kent wins it back again. But his ball across the face of the halfway line only picks out Angelino, and it will be an opportunity for Leipzig to build with 23 minutes played here on TalkSport 2 inside a raucous Ibrox, where Rangers lead by a goal to nil, 1-1 on aggregate, and this Europa League semi-final is in the balance.
It's a poor pass from goal. Go back to that poor pass from goal, straight pass, and it gets cut out, and then all of a sudden put Rangers on the defence there. But it's important that Kent and Scott Wright.
Here is Wright now on the edge of the penalty area, back towards Kamara! 2-0 to Rangers! And all of a sudden they have a view of Seville and the final. A brilliant goal scored by Glenn Kamara. Fireworks being thrown onto the pitch, and fireworks on the pitch from Rangers. Kamara picking his spot from the edge of the penalty area, and the Rangers fans here cannot believe it. They lead on aggregate, and Leipzig, one of the top sides in Germany, do not know what's hit them. That is incredible.
Yeah, Guardiol tries to cut inside, gets robbed of the ball. Scott Wright does brilliant, lays it off to Kamara, and it's a wonderful strike from the edge of the box into the bottom of the right hand side of Galatski's goal. And listen, 2-0 at the moment. This place is erupted, and it puts Rangers in the driving seat.
You take the final whistle now.
Well, no, because I'm enjoying the atmosphere so much. I think it's brilliant to see, and it's a great goal for Rangers. Great play from Kamara.
2 goals in 6 minutes. from Tavernier and Kamara, and Rangers have turned this tie around in the League One playoffs on the TalkSport app. Wickham lead MK Dons by a goal to nil. Ryan Tafazoli with the opening goal there. If you download the TalkSport app, you can swipe between the three commentaries underway here this evening, as Calvin Bassey has been shown a yellow card for a challenge midway inside the Rangers half. And West Ham have also fallen behind. Santos Borde with the opening goal for Eintracht Frankfurt. So with 10 men, West Ham must now come from 3-1 down on aggregate. But the smoke bombs have gone off all around this stadium. The Rangers fans in party mood already, but a long way to go in this game. But they lead 2-0.
Yeah, it's great energy from Scott Wright, trying to go and win and putting Guardiola under pressure, robbing it back. But this place, the atmosphere is incredible, and the Rangers have to keep using their head, calm, not keep giving away possession, and using the fullbacks with a space, because Kent and Wright have to try and force their back five, and allowing Barisic and Tavernier lots of space in the wide areas.
Flicked in field now by Heinrichs, but Rangers quickly play it wide towards Ryan Kent, unable to control this time. But every time Rangers cross the halfway line, the volume has turned up even more. And that was a brilliant goal from Glenn Kamara, only his second in Europe in his 42nd appearance, but what a time to score it, as Tavernier calms things down, wins it back from Nkunku and guides it back towards Alan McGregor, who has not had a shot to save in the game so far. 26 minutes played. Rangers at the moment are in the driving seat heading to Seville, leading by 2-0, 2-1 on aggregate. And the boos as Leipzig try and build with Angelino. His first leg goal has now been wiped out. Nkunku back towards Olmo. Now Nkunku breaks into the penalty area. Excellent recovery, challenge coming in, and the curling shot is over the top from Dani Olmo. Had time to set himself just on the edge of the D, but curled it too high.
It was great play from Angelino into Guardo over the other side. Great help from Barisic. Unfortunately, it dropped perfect on the backs, and Olmo just sticks over the bar. He's got to at least hit the target there.
And the smoke is still rising from the smoke bombs which were thrown onto the pitch away to our left-hand side. And the Rangers fans here, many of whom have been brought up on the tales of European glory from a long, long time ago, are living this here and now. Galacci clears long downfield. Rangers with 2 shots and 2 goals. Now Kent. Long ball forward looking for Aribo. He's got support from Kent to his left. Aribo lays it into the path of the former Liverpool man, who tricks his way into the penalty area. Has support square of him from Jack. Jack wide towards Kamara. Barisic just slips on the overlap, but now he receives the ball. High cross towards the far post. Tavernier rising. Aribo with a missed kick 6 yards out. What a chance. It is scrambled behind for a corner, but Aribo should have made it 3-0.
That could have put the tie to bed. It was a wonderful cross from Barisic. Angelino didn't know where Tavernier is, couldn't get close to him. Tavernier knocks it back across, and Aribo's got to score with right foot, but just didn't get enough on it.
Well, had that gone in, Rangers fans would have been booking the flights.
I think they might have already.
Barisic with the out-swinging corner, high into the penalty area. Poulsen with a head like a 50p piece heads it straight back behind, and it will be another corner, and Barisic will try again. 29 minutes played here. Rangers leading by 2-0, 2-1 on aggregate. Barisic will try again here. It's a deeper corner this time, headed towards goal by Goldson, nodded away on the far side. Lundstrom returns it into the 6-yard box, and Wright will try and turn back towards Jack again. A deeper cross this time. Barisic may recover it at the far post, but it's gone behind. It will be a goal kick. Well, it's absolutely breathless.
It's incredible. The intensity has been phenomenal. We thought there was a wee bit of lull in it when Leipzig had a bit of possession, but no. As soon as Rangers have got on the ball, the intensity, the fans have just lifted. It's been a brilliant atmosphere to the game and intensity so far.
And the message has just been flashed on the big screens here, reminding fans not to throw any more missiles, because the firework was thrown from, I think, over our
Behind
heads.
us? Yeah, come across us.
And it landed just near where the Rangers players were celebrating following that second goal. One of the Rangers players actually kicked it off. I think it was Barisic, and the stewards went on to tell him to clear out.
Yeah, you can't get involved in kicking things at the players. It's dangerous. But hopefully the Rangers fans can take that, and we can see hopefully a few more goals.
A reminder, Eintracht Frankfurt leading West Ham by a goal to nil. Aaron Creswell already sent off as Kent brings it forward now for Rangers again. Has support from Barisic, but players beginning to slip and slide on a very wet playing surface here as Goldson rises above Paulson to head the ball away, and he's been penalised. He's shown a yellow card, Conor Goldson, for use of the elbow by Artur Diaz. Second Rangers player booked.
Yeah, it's not a booking. It's a good strong header. The referee's pointing to his forearm as if he's come in the back of the neck, but Paulson's got to be stronger than that. Goldson wins it cleanly.
Leicester still a goal down in Roma, so 2-1 down on aggregate, goalless between Marseille and Feyenoord. So Feyenoord 3-2 up, one of Giovanni Bronkhorst's former clubs in the Conference League, and Wickham a goal ahead of MK Dons in the League One playoff on the TalkSport app. The Rangers here are the headline act at the moment. 2-0 up, 2-1 on aggregate. The goals from Tavernier and Kamara. Tavernier with his 16th goal of the season. I know he takes the penalties, but for a fullback, that's an incredible tally.
No, it's phenomenal. His goal scoring record since he's come into Rangers. Penalties, free kicks, but big goals as well. You know, like tonight in European games, Dortmund and things like that. That's what you get remembered for. But you know, he steps up to the mark, and he's done that, and he gets Rangers off to a great start.
And this match being played in the shadow of the Sandy Jardine stand on the far side, and I was watching highlights of Rangers win over Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the Cup Winners' Cup back in 1972 earlier on today, and Jardine scored very early in that game. Derek Parlane quickly got a second, and Rangers won, and they beat a Bayern team including the likes of Sepp Maier, Franz Beckenbauer and Gerd Müller on the way to winning the trophy in Barcelona. And Domenico Tedesco is just telling his players to calm down here, and in the bigger picture for Leipzig, there was a long way to go in this game, and they're only 2-1 down overall. It could have been worse, should have been worse, had Aribo put that tap in him.
Oh, it was a big chance. Like you say, if that was a Morelos or a roof came on a roof, that would have been in the back of the net, but unfortunately it fell to Aribo's right side.
Aribo brings it down superbly, a dropping ball over his shoulder, but Orban comes across to make the challenge, and it will be a throw into Rangers on this near side. Half time on the TalkSport app. It is Wickham 1, MK Dons 0 in the League One playoffs. We have Sunderland against Sheffield Wednesday live on TalkSport with Adrian and Jim tomorrow night. And West Ham still a goal down and a man down in Frankfurt. That game's live on TalkSport at the moment. Roma leading Leicester by a goal to nil. The early strike from Tammy Abraham. And Rangers again putting the pressure on Leipzig, and the clearance from Angelino goes straight out of play, and it will be a throw-in to Rangers midway inside the Leipzig half. And I wouldn't say they got Leipzig where they want them, but since the opening goal, Leipzig's counter-attack has broken down completely.
But I think they've shown Leipzig a lot of respect last week by sitting off them and allowing the possession, and they looked a good team and they can cause a lot of problems. But you put good players under pressure, you know, they can make mistakes, and that's what Leipzig are doing. They're making mistakes, and that, every time they make a mistake, it's getting this crowd up. The atmosphere keeps going, and you know, Leipzig need to try and take a bit of sting out of the game and quieten these Rangers fans down, but at the moment they're not, because they're putting so much pressure, and that front three are putting so much work in. Kent, Wright and Aribo, it's unbelievable.
And Scott Wright was being told by the referee there to get outside the penalty area as Leipzig tried to play out. Poulsen flicks on looking for Nkunku. The ball skips off the wet playing surface, and in the end Bassi has to hurriedly clear the ball away on this near side, and it will be a throw-in for Leipzig, who are attacking the Copeland Road end away to our right-hand side in the first half. Of course, double-decker stands on three sides of Ibrox. We're at the front of the second tier of the main stand. A terrific view, and we had a great view of both Rangers goals away to our left during this first half. Now Orban coming forward for Leipzig on this near side, challenged though by Aribo, working so hard. Heinrich wins it back, goes down looking for a free kick, doesn't get it. Kamara wide towards Kent again, who looks to be the Rangers danger man down the left hand side, and Kent has been cleaned out by Campbell, and Giovanni Van Bronckhorst is saying, well hang on, I've had two players booked, what about that one?
Yeah, it's great skill from Ken. He sucked him in, he sucked Campbell in, got him in there, and it's a yellow card, there's no doubt about it. But the referee sees different, and they need to use it. They can't use it as something against them. They have to keep going and use their mind and settle down, because if you don't, you get emotional, and that's when you end up causing your team problems.
Well, Van Bronckhorst is saying to both the fourth official and the assistant on this near side, let's have some consistency. Bassi with the free kick forward. Aribo allows it to bounce over his head. Orban under pressure inside the penalty area, has to hook the ball out on this near side, and it will be a throw-in for Rangers. 9 minutes to play in the first half. They lead 2-0, 2-1 on aggregate. Now Barisic, challenged by Klosterman, but his ball forward is cut out by Jack, and now Goldson with a high ball wide to the far side. Tavernier, as he so often has so far, rising to win the ball in the air, but he's unable to direct it towards a light blue shirt, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And at the moment, this is a first half which Rangers don't want to end.
No, they've got plenty momentum there, but it's this one, the long ball straight from Guardiola right up to Nkunku here, just one straight pass, and it puts Rangers under pressure. You know, they've got to stop the ball at source and not allowing the centre-backs just time on the ball, because it becomes a foot race, and Goldson getting done from Nkunku's pressure. You know, he's on a yellow card, he can't afford to cause any more problems and foul in other players.
Goldson there with a free kick conceded, which is better than a corner down the right. Angelino will try and wrap his left foot around this for Leipzig on this near side, and it has been non-stop Rangers pressure since they scored the opening goal, but Leipzig with an opportunity here. Olmo and Angelino are over the free kick, and it surely will be the former Manchester City man who will take it. And Rangers have every single player back defending. Angelino high to the far post, nodded down and wide, and you can hear the cheers of relief. It was Orban rising at the far post, but it was 5 or 6 yards wide of Alan McGregor's goal.
Yeah, it was a great delivery from Angelino, just over the back post, and Tavernier just gets underneath it. But it's important that Rangers switch on now. 7 minutes to go at half time, and don't concede anything from set plays.
The tie is in their hands here, leading 2-0. 2-1 on aggregate as McGregor clears downfield again. And Rangers' home record in Europe is excellent. They've only lost 5 of their previous 33 ties at home, although they did go out following a home defeat to Slavia Prague last season on a very different occasion behind closed doors, as Leipzig win a free kick midway inside their own half. Orban at the heart of their back three, plays it forward towards Olmo, but he's quickly robbed, and Bassi charging forward now right down the centre, challenged by Orban. Orban goes down, and in the end Bassi on the yellow card gives away the free kick, and he gets out of there very quickly.
Oh, he needs to. He's made a couple of fouls now. It is brilliant to rob Olmo in the middle of the park and use his strength, his power, and drive it to midfield, but just run into danger, and then obviously cause yourself a problem already on a yellow card.
Now right in space down the right hand side for Rangers. The low crossing is cleared as far as Aribo. Back out wide towards right again. Cut back to Kamara on the edge of the penalty area. Looked as though he was shaping for the volley, but in the end it's wide towards Barisic down the left. Another early cross swung in, headed away by Orban. Klosterman under pressure in the right back area, but he's done well to find Olmo. A clever header from him wide to this near side. Poulsen riding the challenge of Barisic, but it was Bassi who came across to make the challenge. It ricochets into the Leipzig technical area, and it's a throw-in taken quickly. Here is Olmo, and now Poulsen Low behind Nkunku towards the edge of the area, and Lundstrom can bring it clear. Kamara gets lucky with the pass. It bounces back to him off Campbell, and he finds a Rebo. The challengers converge on him, but the second balls have been won by Rangers at the moment. Here is Tavernier on the far side. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Rangers leading by 2-0 on TalkSport 2 on the night where Leicester and West Ham are both a goal down. That West Ham game is over on TalkSport. So at the moment, Rangers could be the only UK side standing in Europe in these competitions, of course. Here is Wright now with a chase into the penalty area. And Orban will eventually bring the ball down and clear. But at the moment, Leipzig are in a situation where they're being hit on the counter-attack and they're not comfortable.
No, absolutely not. Brilliant play from Aribo. Gets turned, driving it to the midfield, but Scott Wright makes a wrong run. He goes on the inside, should have gone on the outside and opened his body up to be able to get a shot, but all of a sudden he gets a ball on the inside and it runs away from him. But no, it's great, good play from Rangers. Aribo, when he gets turned in that pocket, he's causing so many problems for the back three of Leipzig.
Now Aribo looking to control the ball, but it's back towards Wright, and it squirts into the penalty area as he's closed down, and it will be gathered by Peter Galacci. And Leipzig here may be looking to their bench before too long. They do have Emil Forsberg, who is a clever player. Dominik Szoboszlai, one of their young stars, could be their creative hub. Andre Silva as well, another player who's only on the bench this evening, as Aribo heads it into the penalty area. Had no real support around him, and it's picked up by Galacci as well. And let's not forget, Rangers made a poor start in Europe this season. They were beaten by Malmo in the third qualifying round of the Champions League, home and away. Also lost their first two group games in the Europa League, but they pulled themselves together, picked up some notable results, and they have got better and better the longer this tournament has gone on. And of course they've knocked out big names. But here is Poulsen coming forward, a low ball into the area looking for Nkunku, and McGregor stayed where he was, and that's because he knew that Barisic will get there first to clear.
It's good play for Angelino into Nkunku. You know, the Poulsen plays a ball with outside his right foot across the box to Nkunku, and Barisic just gets there in the nick of time to get it away.
Now Angelino down the left, picking out Conrad Lima. And support from Poulsen. He will try and take on Jack and deliver a cross into the penalty area. Now it's back towards Olmo. Campbell in support, wide towards Angelino. Left-footed cross from him, high into the penalty area. Poulsen was shaping for the header, but it's picked up on this near side now by Heinrichs, who drives in field. A challenge comes in from behind from Barisic, and it's another yellow card for Rangers, and it's a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah, that's three of the back four now on bookings. They're living dangerous, Rangers. Barisic allows it too easy. You know, it goes out to Heinrichs, he gets done. Barisic turns on the inside, and all of a sudden he's scrambling because he's going to go, has to dive in, makes a foul, and gives himself a booking.
Angelino and Olmo are over this free kick, and it's in a great area for Angelino to try and curl this 90 seconds before half-time. Rangers leading here by 2-0, but this a moment of peril for them as Leipzig look to level the scores. And again, every light blue shirt is back defending. It'll surely be Angelino, who scored in the first leg, who will hit it. And Nkunku has been warned by the referee that he's standing right in front of McGregor. And I think he's saying, look, if you stay there, you'll be called offside. Nkunku finally retreats. Angelino curls it, and the wall does its job. A Rangers player has gone down in the wall with a head injury, and play is stopped for treatment.
It's a good effort, but brilliant, brave play from Aribo there. He puts his head on it and, you know, puts his body on the line. It's unbelievable, you know, situation to do, and, you know, these are the things you have to do when you're 2-0 up with, you know, a minute to go before half time.
And without overstating it, Charlie. These players may never be in this position they're in now ever again.
Oh, never. You might never ever get to a final in your whole career. So to get the opportunity of a European, Europa League final, 2-0 up on the night, but 2-1 on the aggregate. What an opportunity to come. Next 2 or 3 minutes are huge for Rangers to get into half-time with a clean sheet.
And let's not forget, the last Scottish club to win a trophy was Aberdeen in Europe back in 1983. It's a long, long time.
It's a long time, but you see that it's 14 years since a Scottish club's been to a European competition, so it just shows the strength and depth of these European competitions. It's very, very difficult.
There will be a minimum of 1 added minute, but that will be extended here because of the treatment inside the penalty area for Joe Aribo. And there is some concern for him because he leapt and seemed to catch the ball full in the face. It was pinged in by Angelino. The stretcher is waiting on the edge of the pitch, and now a stretcher is coming on, but we will wait and see if it needs to be used. Aribo is sitting up inside the penalty area. And this will be a moment of concern for Rangers, not least because Aribo has been one of their standout performers.
They need to make a substitution.
Yeah. Aribo unable to continue, and Rangers are looking to pull somebody back. Sakala is coming on. So Aribo has been the false 9 in many ways, and Fashion Sakala will now come on as a more authentic number 9, but can he hold the ball up, Charlie, like Aribo has been?
No, I don't think he can. I don't think he could do that job, so the dynamics of it might change, where Aribo, Sakala will run behind, or maybe even Ryan Kent might go and play through the middle, and put Sakala off on the left-hand side.
Well, there was a great ovation here for Joe Aribo, and it's a real blow for Rangers to lose him, but they've clearly done the concussion protocols, and he has to come off. And Fashion Sakala, who scored in the Old Firm derby on Sunday, the Zambian international, comes on, does have 11 goals so far this season.
Well, he's gone straight through the middle, so balls down the side, the 3 at the back, from Kamara and from Jack down the sides of the centre backs, allowing Roof and Sakala and Wright to go and chase it and run.
Goldson heads downfield again. Sakala will try and play on the shoulder on the far side of Lucas Klosterman, but in the end it is cleared away. And the youngster Josko Gvardiol's had a very difficult first half. He's been operating on the left of the 3, and Rangers have had so much room down there, and I'm sure that Tedesco will look at the first goal and wonder where he was when Tavernier scored.
Yeah, just ball watching. He allows his runner into the back post, and Tavernier sneaks in behind him.
That is half time, and listen to the ovation for Rangers as the light blues troop off following a first half performance which will go down in legend if this game continues as it started. Rangers leading by 2 goals to 0. 2 goals in 6 minutes from James Tavernier and Glenn Kamara. And they have turned this tie around. Rangers leading Leipzig 2-1 on aggregate, and they are 45 minutes away from the Europa League final. Thank you, Adrian. And it's Rangers who will get the second half underway, playing from left to right, and it's in their hands. Leading by 2 goals to 0, 2-1 on aggregate. Rangers in the light blue shirts, Leipzig in the red and white, and Leipzig had 1 or 2 attacking moments in the first half, but really they were swept away by those 2 goals in quick succession from Tavernier and Kamara. And at the moment, Rangers have done well to keep them at bay at the other end, but as Charlie was saying to Adrian, Goldson, Bassett and Barisic are all on yellow cards, and that could be something that Leipzig will look to play on in the second half, as Lundstrom plays a high ball forward looking for Fashion Sakala, who came on for the injured Joe Aribo. just before half-time. He's offside. A reminder of the Rangers team. It is McGregor in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Bassey and Barisic. Jack and Lundstrom are holding in midfield. Sakala, Kamara and Kent are playing alongside Wright in attack. As Leipzig try and build now with Poulsen finding Campbell, but Kamara makes the challenge. It was played through looking for Nkunku, but a good interception again from Connor Goldson. He's not missed too much so far this evening. Now Campbell wide again towards Heinrichs, in towards Lima. The Leipzig team, Gulacsi in goal, the back three of Klosterman, Gvardiol and Orban. Lima is in midfield along with Campbell, with Heinrichs and Angelino in the wide areas, and Olmo supporting Nkunku and Olsen in attack. And here is Poulsen now, flips it high towards Nkunku, heads down in field, and in the end the challenge comes in and a goal kick has been given. Olmo was looking to poke it towards goal, and in the end Nkunku was offside anyway, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Charlie Adam.
Yeah, it's a long ball there, just up to Nkunku, and you know, good defending from Tavernier really. I think it was a corner. I don't think the referee got it right, but you know, he was there just to put pressure under Olmo, and you know, caused a little bit of a stir there in the edge. But Tavernier seems to have had a bit of a knock there.
We all thought it would be tight. We all thought it would be tense. Rangers now have given themselves a winning position here. So what do you think the message was at half-time?
I think you've got to be first 10-15 minutes, we've got to keep it tight. We've got to play in Leipzig's half and not put pressure on ourselves. Don't take any risks, because Leipzig will come. They only need one goal to take this to extra time. So don't put pressure on yourselves by trying to play it from the back and do things that you wouldn't normally want to do in the game.
Of course, no away goals in Europe now, so if Leipzig did score to level the scores, we could be heading for extra time and potentially a penalty shootout. Here is Poulsen once again, but he's challenged, and Rangers bring it forward. Sakala now breaking into the penalty area. Down the left, he's got support from Kent. Kent now has just been held up on the far side by Heinrichs, and in the end, Leipzig do well to force Rangers back towards the halfway line. Now Kent wide to the far side, but it's quickly cut out by Heinrichs, and the wing back will try and break forward now for Leipzig down the right. The Rangers fans on the far side were appealing for a free kick as Heinrichs made the challenge on Barisic, but Leipzig are allowed to play on, but Tavernier makes a challenge on Olmo, and now Kamara looks to pick out Sakala, who just for a second looked as though he could have been in behind on this near side, but Gvardiol does well to rise and head the ball away. And Leipzig here may have to play a dangerous game as they chase the match. They could leave gaps behind for the pace of players like Fashion Sakala, as a Rangers player, Glenn Kamara, almost clatters into a cameraman on this near side, and Rangers have a throw-in, and Kamara will be invited to take it.
Yeah, the thing about the front three of Kent, Sakala and the right, you know that you can play in behind, you can play down the sides, make the defenders defend, and you can, you know, get up the pitch that way.
Tavernier will take the throw-in, looking for Fashion Sakala on this near side. And there is a banner in tribute to Jimmy Bell, the Rangers kitman who passed away this week. For people from Rangers, where their football club is an entire way of life, and that is certainly something which sums up his life and career. And the crowd elsewhere around Ibrox rise to acclaim that as Rangers look to come forward now with Sakala back again to Wright, attacking down the Rangers right-hand side, but the challenge comes in, but it's run out of play on this near side, and it will be a throw-in for Rangers a couple of yards from the corner flag. And they had that great chance to make it 3-0 when Aribo miskicked inside the 6-yard area, but they know a goal early in the second half could settle this.
Oh, listen, they've got a great opportunity. Aribo's got to score first half, but you know, the longer the game plays in Leipzig's half, the better for Rangers.
Now Poulsen turning into a challenge, and he gets the free kick. It did seem that he had clattered into Ryan Jack, but again Giovanni van Bronckhorst is left exasperated by a decision from Artur Diaz, the referee.
Some decisions here from the referee have been incredible. That was a foul for Ryan Jack. It was never Ryan Jack, nothing wrong there, and he gets a foul against him.
5 minutes into the second half here on TalkSport 2. Rangers leading by 2 goals to 0. 2-1 up on aggregate. This match is in their hands at the moment, unlike West Ham, who are 3-1 down on aggregate. And they have problems to solve there without Aaron Creswell, who was sent off in the first half. Roma still leading Leicester by a goal to 0 in the Conference League, and it's goalless between Marseille and Feyenoord as Rangers do get a free kick now, and it's Scott Wright who has been bundled over, and a yellow card has been shown, the first of the evening for Leipzig, and it's Willie Orban, the central defender.
Yeah, no, it's a foul. It's a great play from Scala, holds it up there. Scott Wright comes and drifts in midfield and gets there and gets turned and gets a foul, and gets Rangers for Barisic to put in a great opportunity to put it into the box.
Barisic will take the free kick 15 yards inside the Leipzig half as the Rangers fans indulge in the Viking clap. Leipzig have pulled everybody back. Barisic curls it in, looking for Sakala. Headed away though as far as this near side. Now Jack Lundstrom is in support in the wide area on the right. The cross is deflected and it's claimed at the near post by Galacci, and he carries the ball behind for a Rangers corner.
Yeah, great play. Jack into right, out to Lundstrom, and good defending, but opportunity for Rangers to put it into a good area. Tavernier's always got wonderful delivery, and the Rangers have been a big threat at set plays in Europe.
There are Rangers fans of a pensionable age behind us, bouncing up and down in their seats at the moment. Tavernier will take the corner, which will be an outswinger on this near side. 52 minutes play. Tavernier's delivery, high to the far post, challenging for it was Goldson, claims he was impeded, but it's worked wide towards the far side again, and Ryan Kent, who will get the ball down, delivers a high cross in against Sakala, challenging with a header, and it's not too far wide.
It's brilliant from Kent. He's great delivery. Sakala gets in between the two centre backs and just couldn't get enough on it, just flicks it past the post. It was good start from Rangers second half.
And I think the Rangers crowd know that their team really need to in the second half. It's okay at the moment, Leipzig aren't offering too much, but surely at some stage they will come on strong. They have to.
Nigel, you always realise when there's a game, the game always will be a changing moment in the game where Leipzig will have a bit of pressure, maybe 10-15 minutes, they'll create a few chances, and that's when the Rangers fans need to stay patient and keep supporting the team.
And now there's a turn from Olmo, plays it into the area but the wrong side of Nkunku, and it's gathered by McGregor. Josh McEachran of MK Dons has been sent off against Wycombe in the playoff semi-final in League One, so Wycombe leading by a goal to 0 and now playing 10 men. That game is live on the TalkSport app. If you download the app, you can swipe between all three commentaries currently underway across the TalkSport network. West Ham trailing by a goal to 0 away to Eintracht Frankfurt, but Joe Cole, the former West Ham star, will be a guest on TalkSport Breakfast tomorrow morning, looking back on what at the moment is a disappointing night for the Hammers, but this could be the night of all nights for Rangers if it stays like this. 10 minutes into the second half, they lead 2-0. Leipzig again are being forced deep inside their own penalty area, but although Wright pressed, there was no one behind him, so there is plenty of room now for Lima to bring it forward. Looks to play the ball inside Tavernier to find Angelino, but it was easily cut out by the Rangers captain, but he in turn has given the ball away.
Yeah, I think Ryan Jack's getting caught in two minds. Should he go and press Lima, or should he sit off him? He didn't sit off him, and Guardiola played it into midfield and got turned and nearly caused a problem for Rangers.
Now Lundstrom chasing on this near side, and he does well to tidy up again ahead of Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku with 31 goals so far this season, scored 7 in the Champions League, a hat-trick at the Etihad on match day 1, also 4 in the Europa League, but he's barely had a sniff so far this evening for one of the most highly prized strikers in Europe. Now Kevin Campbell finding Angelino, and now Orban, and Leipzig for the first time in a long time are beginning to enjoy possession inside the Rangers half. Here is Campbell once again, and there is space wide on the right-hand side for Heinrichs. Low into the penalty area for Poulsen. Heinrichs continuing his run, but it's laid back to Campbell with a curling shot which is blocked by Bassi, and then the rebound is headed away by Jack. Poulsen flicks it into the penalty area. Coulson is there to head the ball away again, and Bassi will try and get goal side of him, and he's won the ball, and Bassi is able to ride a challenge on the far side, and Rangers can break over the halfway line with Ryan Kent. Sakala is ahead of him, but Orban watched the ball, and Sakala was looking at the man, and Leipzig win it back. And now they will break themselves now, and it's a fascinating game of chess at the moment with 56 minutes played here on TalkSport 2. Rangers 2-1 up on aggregate, and the question is, how much do they commit on the counter-attack in this situation? And Leipzig, of course, on the other side of the ball, will leave gaps at the other end as Heinrichs comes forward now. The cross in, looking for Nkunku, is headed away by Goldson. And there's more urgency from the Rangers crowd here as Leipzig pick up the loose ball unchallenged on the far side.
Rangers looking to make a double substitution here. Arfield and Balogun coming on, so you know, they feel like they're under pressure, and you
experience.
A little bit of experience, but Leipzig have had a bit of possession now for a couple of minutes, and you know, that little bit of energy saps at the legs.
Here is Nkunku now with a low cross into the penalty area, and the flag's up for offside. It was hooked away anyway by Ryan Jack on the edge of the penalty area, and the Rangers changes will be made now. Scott Arfield,
Jack,
will be coming on along with Leon Balogun, and it's Ryan Jack who is the first player to be withdrawn. And Balogun, the Nigerian international, now 33 years of age, and it's Scott Wright who is withdrawn. So Arfield will replace him in the wide area, maybe a bit more guile and defensive security for Rangers there. And Balogun will come on, and where will he play, Charlie?
Well, Balogun will go there, and Lundstrom might go further forward into that where Ryan Jack's been playing, but Lundstrom's been phenomenal tonight. But now, you know, I see Bassi now trying to fight people, and Kungu there, but he's got to remember he's on a yellow card. He doesn't want to get a second one and cause Rangers a problem.
Yeah, Bassi, Goldson and Barisic all booked in the first half by Artur Diaz. And we have played 59 minutes here on TalkSport 2, and it's beginning to get just a little bit tense with Rangers 2-1 up on aggregate, but Leipzig beginning to enjoy that good spell we thought may be coming. Heinrichs on the far side, back towards Orban. And Gvardiol finding Poulsen, clipped over the top. Olmo will chase, but he was heavily outnumbered. His run was blocked off by Tavernier, and McGregor, chasing outside his penalty area, clears the ball away, and Jack almost gathers on the far side. He invites the challenge from Klosterman, and it will be a throw into Rangers deep in Leipzig territory, and Tedesco will be making changes very soon as well.
Yeah, he's got his subs warming up, he's intense now, he's ready to go, the last half an hour of the game. But it's a great run there from Olmo. Olsen tries to play it, and he makes the run, and he attracts Balogun and Tavernier. If only he could switch out to Angelino, he would have been in with a chance of shooting a goal. But the game needs to just die down. Leipzig have had a lot of possession this second half.
Sakala looking to bring the ball down, plays it back to Balogun. Now Goldson with a high ball in. Arfield can bring this ball down right hand side of the penalty area, and he's initially crowded out. Angelino with the challenge. There were half-hearted appeals for a penalty, but Arfield closing down Angelino. The ball stays in play on the byline on this near side. Arfield out-muscles the defender. Low ball into the near post, but it's claimed by Galacci, and that wasn't the best option to go to goal from there.
It's a great ball from Goldson. Left foot diagonal across. I think Scotty's actually got to hit it first time, but he tries to take a touch and he gets blocked, but he does brilliant to win it back from Angelino, and he just makes the wrong decision. Kent sat on the penalty spot on his own, and he tries to flick it with outside his foot.
A mistake by Campbell, and Kamara was almost it. He trod on the ball, but Leipzig had numbers back to win it back, and here is Campbell once again. Olmo can spread it wide towards Heinrichs. Olmo beginning to just take a grip on midfield. Heinrichs with a cross in, which is blocked by Ryan Kent, and it will be a throw-in on the far side. And Dominik Szoboszlai, the young Hungarian, is coming on, and it's Dani Olmo who is going off, which surprises me.
Yeah, it's a surprise. He's been lively this second half, but not really created too much. He had a big chance, didn't he, in the first half, where he should have at least hit the target, and he put it over the bar, but
he doesn't look too happy either.
Oh no, he's not happy.
But Dominik Szoboszlai, one of the youngsters who came through at Salzburg, and of course has moved on to Leipzig. That is the progression in the Red Bull system, which Ralf Rangnick helped to develop. Heinrichs back towards Campbell, and it's a good ball wide on the far side. Klosterman will keep the ball in play, but the cross is overhit and in fact swings behind before it reached the penalty area, and it will be a goal kick for Rangers, and they've got through the first 17 minutes of the second half unscathed. 2-0 up, 2-1 on aggregate here, and they are ticking down towards the Europa League final in Seville.
Yeah, no, the crowd now just starting getting that bit of a bounce here again. It's important that they keep backing this team, and as I said before, there's always going to be times in the game when Leipzig have a lot of the ball, and second half, it's important that they don't give away too many chances and opportunities.
Sakala almost wins it back from Angelino, and he was shoulder to shoulder there with Angelino, who runs it out of play. There is a desperate look towards the officials from the Brazilian, but Fashion Sakala just wanted it more, and Rangers have a throw-in, and Tavernier will take it. And Leipzig were a team who have been full of goals in Europe so far this season, scoring 24 times in 11 games, but at the moment Alan McGregor has not had a shot to save.
No, it's been very comfortable so far for him, and he's kicking a long pass there out to Tavernier, wins his head up.
Now Lundstrom, he was caught as he played it wide to the far side. The referee, I think, saw it, but he's allowing play to continue because Barisic now down the left delivers the cross in, looking for Sakala, headed away by Orban at the near post, and Heinrich will try and bring the ball clear, but it's quickly closed down by Kent, who is a man possessed for Rangers down their left, and it will be a throw-in for Leipzig again.
Yeah, he's matched Heinrichs all night. It's been a good battle, that. He's had a lot of good battles this season in Europe, and he's majority of the time got the better of his opponent. He's a terrific player, Kent, and Rangers will do well to keep hold of him in this summer.
Played long downfield now for Leipzig, looking for Szoboszlai, and Balogun has been penalised. It will be a free kick for Leipzig. Marta Diaz clearly believing that Balogun leapt into Szoboszlai when they were both in the air.
Game management is a poor challenge from Balogun. He's going nowhere. Let him take it in his chest. He goes and fouls him, and he puts Rangers under pressure because of the free kick.
Angelino swings it in very deep towards the far post, and it's jabbed back across the face of goal by Gvardiol and into the side netting, and it will be a goal kick. And Alan McGregor still looks pristine in his yellow goalkeeping outfit. I was coming through Glasgow Airport this morning. There was a Rangers fan there, had the full Alan McGregor outfit, even the socks. He went full kit.
Brilliant.
I'm not sure his mates were too impressed.
And that was where to be.
No, I think drink may have been taken, yeah.
Or was he going to the stag do, maybe?
I think he probably was, yeah. What a night to miss.
Oh, unbelievable. The referee's blown here for to tell Alan McGregor to hurry up already. He said, hardly any goal kicks. Well,
Kamara plays it forward, and Marta Diaz is known as one of the more pedantic referees on the European circuit. But here is Heinrichs for Leipzig. It's another high, fairly hopeful ball forward, looking for Nkunku, cleared away by Goldson, over the top again from Poulsen, looking for Nkunku, and then Lundstrom will come in and just head the ball away on the far side, and it will be another throw-in for Leipzig, but they are creating absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I know. We were at the Braga game earlier in the season and said that as well in the last couple of rounds, that they created nothing, and all of a sudden in the 89th minute they scored an equaliser. So Rangers need to be on the metal here. They have to keep compact, keep the shape, don't get ill-disciplined.
Now there's a rampaging run forward deep into the penalty area. from Gvardiol, the 20-year-old, one of the central defenders. Back to Angelino. Gvardiol will now retreat. Here is Campbell. He comes infield up towards the edge of the area. Szoboszlai becomes involved. And Angelino with a ball in with the outside of his left foot, flicked on by Nkunku, but Poulsen had made the run to the near post. The ball was beyond him, and it's claimed by McGregor.
Yeah, no, outside the foot from Angelino, but Poulsen there just, centre-back Gvardiol just stepping in there now, trying to cause Rangers problems. Rangers have to just get hold of the ball, that Lundstrom flick. Sakala giving away free kick.
Sakala challenging Orban, and the Hungarian has come up clutching his face, but it's only a free kick, and we have played 66 minutes here at Ibrox on TalkSport 2. Rangers 2, Leipzig 0. Rangers are on their way to the final, but it will feel like a very long 25 minutes or so to come. Crucial goal for Wickham. Sam Vokes has put them 2 goals up against MK Dons in League One semi-final first leg. MK Dons finished the season very strongly. Wickham sneaked into the playoffs because Plymouth lost on the final day, but Wickham have taken control of that semi-final against 10 men at the moment. The conclusion of that game is on the TalkSport app. Over on TalkSport, West Ham are still trailing by a goal to nil as Ryan Kent with a run forward now almost finds Arfield on the edge of the penalty area, but it was behind him, and it's cleared away on this near side by Angelino. Kept in play by Szoboszlai, but all he's done is just boom the ball out of play further back towards the Leipzig goal, and Rangers here will have a throw-in.
Yeah, take your time, just take a little bit of time, just get Rangers up the pitch and keep it in a good area where they can cause Leipzig a problem.
Rangers have a throw in which Tavernier will take, and he skips away from the challenge of Angelino, crosses in from the right towards the near post, headed away by a stooping Orban. Bassi will try and win it back, pokes it into the penalty area as he challenges Poulsen, and it's gathered by Gulaci.
Bassi's been excellent tonight. He's not given Poulsen a kick yet. Every time he's wanted to come and play in short or play any, Bassi's been there trying to force him and take control of him, so hopefully he can keep that going and not be too rash.
Rangers, of course, look as though they won't be retaining their league title. 6 games or 6 points behind Celtic with 3 games to play. They also have a Scottish Cup final coming up against Hearts at Hampden, and they could have a Europa League final. But here is Szoboszlai forward towards Nkunku on the edge of the penalty area, had the opportunity to shoot but tried to backheel it wide to this near side, looking for the run in the wide area from Angelino, and Rangers will clear, but they're looking a bit ragged at times now, Rangers defensively. Angelino again, good ball into the area for Szoboszlai, low cross in though, was blocked at the near post by Goldson, but Rangers clearances now are not finding their men further up the field.
Just can't get out, they're just lacking some bit of composure there. Balogun just kicking it anywhere at the moment.
And Angelino, challenged by Arfield, has gone down clutching his ankle. No free kick has been given though, and now Nkunku plays it wide towards Leiber with a shot, brilliant save by McGregor, turning the ball aside. It's his first save, and what a crucial one.
That's what I said before the game to Adrian. I said there'll be one moment in this match when you'll need to rely on Alan McGregor, and it's an incredible save. Rolled it against Nkunku. Leimer, what a chance, and a brilliant save from McGregor.
And for the first time there, Rangers were really opened up. Angelino with the cross in, and there's the volley, and there is the goal from Nkunku, his 32nd goal of the season, and Leipzig are back in this semi-final. A brilliant ball in from Angelino, matched by the volley of Nkunku. Rangers not dealing with his movement, and Rangers now lead 2-1 on the night. It is 2-2 on aggregate, and this semi-final could be heading for extra time.
It's a wonderful cross from Angelino. Great striker movement for Nkunku. We said he's not had a kick for a game in 70 minutes, but what a finish this is. Opens his body up beautifully and puts it past Alan McGregor. It's a great finish from striker.
And just like that, Leipzig are back in the game. You can see the reaction of Tedesco and his management team, and For the last 5 minutes or so, Charlie, that goal was coming, wasn't it? Because Rangers just couldn't get out.
It was for a bit. Yeah, it's you know, Leipzig have had a couple of half chances and just looked dangerous, and it was coming. It was a great ball from Angelino, and you know, top finish from Nkunku.
2-2 on aggregate, and we could have extra time and penalties here. And Rangers now are in a situation where, of course, they can't afford to concede, or they could be heading out before extra time as Campbell plays it forward. Sloboslai will chase. It was headed away by Galton. Sloboslai, as a result, is onside on this near side, and Nkunku is in support, and Angelino was looking for the pullback, but Arfield gets there first, and it will be a throw-in to Leipzig. And they have the look of a team now who want to finish things off.
Sloboslai, come on, he's gave them a bit of energy in that forward area. He's, you know, running in behind and, you know, causing problems playing in that 10 position.
Now Gvardiol. And they've really pushed up here, Leipzig. And Nkunku again was looking to find space on the edge of the area, but it's cut out by Golson. Here is Campbell. Down the line for Sloboslai, but dug out by Kamara, who was taken from behind by Campbell. And he's done well here to avoid a yellow card again. And he's the Casemiro of Thursday night.
He is. He's had a few tackles, but he keeps getting away with them. Not be long before he's in the book. But going back to the goal, it's the delivery from Angelino from on this left-hand side near us was just brilliant. We could see it because Arfield doesn't get close enough to him, and he allows him to cross it, and it's a great finish from Nkunku.
Now Lima forward towards the edge of the penalty area, and Poulsen, and it's cleared away by Rangers, and they can bring it forward now with Bassi on the far side. He's got Sakala ahead of him, and Bassi checks back and will now try and play in Kent, but it was a poor ball cut out by Lima. And the ball is not really sticking with Fashion Sakala when the ball goes that far up the field for Rangers now.
No, you have to play a different way when Sakala plays. You don't really want to play into his feet. You want to play sliding balls down the channels, down the side of Gvardiol, down the sides of Orban, and allowing him to go and chase and fight for everything.
Rangers were 20 minutes away, but now this tie has been levelled. 2-2 on aggregate. Of course, no away goals in Europe this season. Eintracht Frankfurt still leading West Ham by a goal to nil. 3-1 on aggregate. Whereas Galacci tries to play the ball out across his own penalty area and gets away with it. And Leicester still a goal down away to Roma in the Conference League. 2-1 down on aggregate. Now Sloboslai coming forward for Leipzig again. Cuts in field from the left. Plays it square to the far post. Heinrichs with a cross in. Almost found Poulsen. Now Lima 6 yards out. Down the left. The back heel finding Angelino. A Rabona from him to cross the ball. And it's volley clear by Lundstrom.
Rangers are all over the place here. You know, going at ease now, Leipzig getting through that defence, and the big chance, big opportunity there, and Angelino with a flick, but nothing come of it in the end.
Campbell forward towards Sloboslai, and it's cleared by Balogun. Here is Kamara. Sakala makes the run in field, but it's Lundstrom who spreads it wide towards Kent on the left. He's got support from Barisic on his outside, and Rangers here just finding it hard to get the players forward with 15 minutes to play at Ibrox on TalkSport 2. 2-1 to Rangers, 2-2 on aggregate. Balogun slides into a challenge and comes away with the ball from Angelino on this near side. Plays it square. Lundstrom now charging forward on the edge of the area. Back towards Balogun again. Tavernier finding Lundstrom on the right. Lundstrom looks to trick his way into the penalty area, but invites the challenge from Lima, and it will be a corner kick.
Yeah, look, good composure from Rangers, taking their time, not rushing it. You know, Balogun there just slides in, and great opportunity. Now they've got a chance to put it in the box. Good height in the box now. Golson, Balogun, Lundstrom.
Tavernier will take it. And Balogun waiting alongside Lundstrom at the far post. Tavernier's delivery in that direction. Balogun was challenging. Headed away as far as Kamara, who nods it wide to Tavernier, slashes a high cross into the area. Galacci comes, and in the end the flag was raised on this near side. It is offside, and Leipzig have a free kick. 14 minutes to play.
Yeah, Rangers now just trying to put a little bit more pressure on, trying to force that with that corner. Was a great delivery there from Tavernier, but just in front of Balogun.
Galacci clears long downfield, and Bassi will get there before Poulsen. And it just shows the depth of this Leipzig squad, that they can bring on or bring in players like Yusuf Poulsen and bring on Dominic Szoboszlai as Arfield pokes it in field to find Sakala, laid back to Tavernier. Now Kamara finding Balogun. And Rangers know that one more goal and they will be in the box here once again. Kamara spreads it wide to the far side, and Barisic. Now Lundstrom. Lundstrom just forcing Balogun to chase down the right, and Arfield was looking to just dink it down the line, looking for Tavernier, but he stayed where he was, and Leipzig have a throw-in.
That's where Rangers will get the joy in the fullbacks. The fullbacks are going to have to push up, because Scott Arfield and Ryan Kent, they will push the centre-backs back and allow the Tavernier and Barisic to get on the ball and put good crosses in if they can.
Now Nkunku plays it wide to the far side, and Heinrich, 3 players ahead of him on the edge of the Rangers penalty area. Nkunku back towards Heinrich again, who plays the ball across, and everybody was sucked towards the ball for Leipzig. I thought Heinrich could have gone for goal there, but it's back again towards Angelino. Here is Lima. Campbell. The Rangers crowd urging their players to close up here, and there was a belief they're dropping too deep. Klosterman down the line for Poulsen, who is holding off the challenge of Balogun on this near side. And now Gvardiol. And Leipzig are bossing this game now as we approach the final 12 minutes. Orban, and in the end Klosterman will go all the way back towards Galacci. The Rangers did have the opportunities to go 3 goals up in the first half, but Leipzig now looking to level the scores on the night and retake the lead on aggregate. Nkunku on the edge of the penalty area, but Tavernier is there to bring the ball clear. It is ball on this near side, flicks off Nkunku and goes out for a throw into Rangers.
The difference a goal makes. Nkunku, you know, he becomes livelier. He's got his goal. There's a wee bit of an urgency about him now. He's chasing everything. He puts Tavernier under pressure there.
Now Sakala gets a free kick on this near side, pulled down by Gvardiol, and there will be another Rangers change shortly. Of course, Rangers do have a player who can hold the ball in midfield, Aaron Ramsey, but no real sign of him so far.
No, not really. But you know, it's the concussion one for Aribo is that concussion, so that means they have an extra substitution as well. So it's you know, plenty of substitutes to go, and they're the ones that can come and change the game. Probably going in the last 10-12 minutes now. Leipzig are making a double substitution.
Yep, Domenico Tedesco looking to his bench once again. Free kick taken by Tavernier, swung high to the far side. It's headed away, but it will be recovered by Ryan Kent. He will take it all, but he's gone to the byline, crossing high to the far post. Oh, the goalkeeper's lost it. Lundstrom! John Lundstrom has done it, and Rangers are 10 minutes away from the Europa League final. A terrible error by Petr Galacci, and Lundstrom was there to capitalise. And although Leipzig have been the dominant team, it's Rangers who lead again on aggregate, and Ibrox is in a ferment. Rangers 3, Leipzig 1, 3-2 on aggregate, and Rangers are so close now.
Oh, allows the high ball into the box. Galacci doesn't deal with it, falls to Lundstrom, and he doesn't lash it, he just caresses it into the bottom corner. Wonderful finish, but it's big 10 minutes for Rangers now.
Well, the Rangers crowd are may just be losing faith for a second, are on their feet again. This ground is shaking. Changes made for Leipzig. Angelino and Poulsen are coming off, and the players who are coming on, Andre Silva is the first of those, the Portuguese international, and Marcel Halstenberg, who started the first leg. VAR checked the goal that's been given, and Rangers are 10 minutes away from their first European final in 14 years. And that goal came out of absolutely nothing.
Nothing, just a high ball, hopeless ball in the box, and the goalkeeper didn't deal with it.
Now Sakala plays it wide to Kamara. Into the penalty area down the left-hand side. Kamara's got Barisic in support. Infield to Ryan Kent, but he just missed controls. And it's cleared away, but Bassi will lead the charge again for Rangers. On the far side, Bassi's been caught, but the referee believes he initiated the contact, and it will be an opportunity for Galacci to clear, but he made a real hash of that cross. But as Charlie Adams said, Lundstrom just kept his cool, guided the ball into the far corner. Wickham have beaten MK Dons 2-0 in the League One playoff first leg. West Ham and Leicester still a goal down in their ties, heading out, but Rangers at the moment are going through. Here is Campbell, high ball into the area, headed away by Tavernier. All of a sudden we have 7.5 minutes to play, and that's all that stands between Rangers and the Europa League final. Schroberslein, wide to Heinrichs, low cross into the penalty area. Andre Silva was the target, but it's cleared away by Connor Goldson, and it will be a throw into Leipzig. And now they've got to focus.
Yeah, focus, regroup, consolidate, get tight, force it wide, and allow the crosses to come in, because you've got the big boy Bassi, Goldson, Balogun there to go and be able to head it away. You don't want it penetrating through midfield, because they've got good quality players, Leipzig.
Andre Silva plays it back in field to Campbell. Schroberslein. And now Heinrich. Nkunku with his back to goal. Plays it square. Oh, there's a terrible mistake. A slip by Gvardiol. Just as he looked to shoot there, Arfield brings it clear. Pinged forward by Tavernier. Sakala will chase. So too will Kent. And it's played all the way back by Klosterman towards Galacci. 6.5 minutes to play. Rangers 3, Leipzig 1 here on TalkSport 2. And Rangers are going through as it stands. What have Leipzig got left? Andre Silva wide towards Nkunku. Halstenberg has run offside on the near side, so it's back towards Schroberslein. And the cross into the penalty area is headed by Bassi and claimed by McGregor under pressure from Andre Silva. And that was a nervous moment.
No, Leidner, Henriks cuts back on his left hand side, and Bassi gets a little reflection, but the goalkeeper, simple save, just wasting a little bit of time there.
Don't forget, tomorrow night there'll be more noise and more drama at the Stadium of Light on TalkSport. The League One semi-final, second leg, or first leg rather, between Sunderland and Sheffield Wednesday. Adrian will be alongside Jim Proudfoot at that game. But it's noisy here, and the reverberations will be felt right across Europe. Nkunku, 5 minutes to play. Rangers are that close to a European final, but here is Nkunku wide towards Halstenberg, but the low cross in is blocked at the near post, and it will be either a corner to Leipzig or a throw in. It's gone behind for a corner, and Schroberslein will take it. It is a very congested penalty area. Schroberslein with an in-swinger, high to the far post, and the header is over the top. It was a good leap from Gvardiol. He was up there a long time, but the ball never came down with him.
Yeah, no, it's a great delivery. He should have got it to better, got at least hit the target, and he just gets too much on it and over the bar. But Dan Ramsey warming up, looks like he might come on, so Rangers will be looking to try and get it in the corner and play, and using the quality of Ramsey.
Well, no German team has ever reached the Europa League final. Eintracht Frankfurt could be about to change that, but at the moment there won't be an all-German final because Leipzig are heading out here. 4 minutes to play at Ibrox. And the Rangers crowd offering unstinting supporters. It's flicked on by Sakala and through towards Galacci. What have Leipzig got left here? Campbell. Wide towards Orban again. And here is Heinrichs with a high ball forward. It's flicked into the path of Szoboszlai inside the area down the right. Twisting and turning. Bassi looks to stick with him. Did the ball go behind it? It's nodded down by Halstenberg and Kunku inside the area. The ball hits the referee. And what does the referee do here? It is going to be a drop ball inside the Rangers penalty area.
Yeah, no. The Rangers will get the ball. It's the Rangers player that played it off, so it has to be a Rangers in possession. So straight into Alan McGregor's hands it is.
Well, and Kunku is just getting clarification, and he throws his arms up in despair as Artur Diaz says to Alan McGregor, "This is yours."
This is a great new rule, this, isn't it? You know, when you
it is the Rangers in this moment, yeah.
You hit the referee and he just stops and he gets that ball right under a bit of pressure.
Inside the final 3 minutes. 3-1 to Rangers here on TalkSport 2. Sakala in pursuit, and he was doing some pushing on this near side, brings down Halstenberg, and it will be a free kick for Leipzig. And Domenico Tedesco paces around his technical area. His team were on top. They were pushing for the winning goal, but a goalkeeping error has allowed Rangers to open the door for that flight back to Seville.
We can't get too excited. We know what happened in Madrid.
Yes. Tavernier will take the throw in, but of course the difference there was the home crowd really got behind their team. Rangers are doing that here, and they are the side who are ahead. Now Kent picks up a loose ball midway inside the Leipzig half. Lundstrom clipped forward looking for Sakala, but it's quickly cut out. But Rangers working hard to win it back in the midfield. Arfield closing down Halstenberg, and then there was a rush challenge on this near side. Players from both sides have gone tumbling. Glenn Kamara is claiming that he was cleaned out by Halstenberg. The Rangers technical area is full of assistants and coaches complaining. Kamara is back on his feet, but I think the decision has gone to Leipzig. It's a throw-in. And Van Bronckhorst is absolutely infuriated.
Yeah, it's because Kamara was on the ground still and he took the throw-in, but it wasn't a foul. It was a throw-in, and Rangers just got to get on with it.
Halstenberg back again towards this near side, and Gvardiol. Andre Silva wide towards Halstenberg on the left. Gvardiol on Kunku is very deep. Orban now, who's the last man inside the Rangers half. Halstenberg. Rangers are very deep. 30 seconds of normal time to play on TalkSport 2. They are so close now to a major European final. Halstenberg infield again towards Lima. Now Gvardiol on Kunku. And Rangers here are looking to plug all the gaps right across the defensive line. A light blue wall is being constructed on the edge of the penalty area. A high ball in towards the area, headed away by Bassi. Nodded back across the face of goal, and Kunku unable to turn. And Rangers will clear. There will be a minimum of 3 more minutes as Sakala chases a long ball forward and gets there. On this near side, needs support. Drives it across the field towards Kent, who brings it down. He's challenged by Heinrichs. He was looking for the free kick. He doesn't get it. And Campbell will bring the ball away. Wide towards Heinrichs again. Down the right for Leipzig. Now or never for them. High into the penalty area. And a player has gone down, but the referee not interested. Artur Diaz. But Rangers just hoof it downfield and it will come straight back. Halstenberg finding Gvardiol A high diagonal ball, but it's headed away. Flicked on in field by Orban, now playing as a centre forward. Schloboslai on the edge of the penalty area. One back by Lundstrom, who could be the match winner. Lundstrom careers into a challenge and he comes away with the ball. He's got Sakala down the middle. Sakala is into the penalty area. He can finish it, but it's saved by the legs of Galacci. And that was the chance.
John, you got to run to the corner. Don't go. Just got to go and keep it in the corner, and all of a sudden they're back on the break now, Leipzig.
90 seconds of added time to play. Nkunku, Rangers 3-1 up on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. They could almost taste it. Here is Lima. Infield again towards Nkunku. Nkunku forward again. The challenge comes in from Bassi, but Orban almost wins it back, and Barisic will just hammer it long downfield. There is no Rangers shirt anywhere near it, but it will be a throw-in. All eyes now on Artur Diaz. We are deep inside the final minute of added time. High ball forward again for Leipzig. Bassi is there to head the ball away, not once but twice, and it will be a throw into Leipzig. Schloboslai will take it. Down the line for Heinrichs again. Bassi comes in with a challenge and he comes away with the ball. He just needs to get rid, but he tries to take them all on and he's given the ball away. Here is Campbell now. Schloboslai into the penalty area and Ryan Kent will slide in and it's a corner. Why didn't Bassi just hammer it?
It's game management. It's young, it's inexperienced. Go clear it long and get up the pitch.
Galacci, the goalkeeper, is forward now. This is it. It's a corner for Leipzig. If Rangers clear, they are surely in the Europa League final. Everybody is inside the Rangers penalty area, apart from Schloboslai, who is taking the corner. Galacci waits at the near post. Schloboslai's delivery, headed away by Balogun. They need to close down on Nkunku though. He plays it wide to this near side and Heinrichs. Heinrichs comes in field, curling shot is blocked, and it can be cleared because the goalkeeper is out. And that is it! Rangers have done it! For the first time in 14 years, they reach a major European semi-final. The Rangers crowd, joy and disbelief. The Rangers fans have been magnificent all evening, and now all roads lead to Seville and the Europa League final. It is a night which Rangers fans will talk about for many, many years. The might of RB Lypsig has been vanquished, and the reverberations from this stadium will head right across Europe this evening. Giovanni van Bronckhorst leaps into the arms of Alan McGregor. What a performance from the 40-year-old. And this stand is shaking, and the whole of Europe is shaking, because Rangers are into the Europa League final.